To me, the best thing about Apex Legends is the movement. If you go to any other game, things just start to get real clunky, and if you're like me, you probably end up crawling back to Apex pretty soon. Now, I wanted to point out some different climbing and movement tricks you can use across World's Edge and Kings Canyon. Some of these you may know about, some of them you might not know about. And all of these you're going to want to remember because there are going to be moments where you can use them and pull off some ridiculous plays. Now, these are going to use some basic movement mechanics, including wall jumps and just basic movement control. So make sure you've brushed up on the basics first, and then you can come back to this video. So first we have the wall jump in Kings Canyon. In these kind of buildings, there's a few scattered around the map. You essentially wall jump off the wall, go through the window and land on the top floor. I have been able to use this so many times effectively to get people by surprise, bamboozle people, escape dangerous situations. It's just one of the cleanest, most satisfying wall jumps, and it actually has some real value to it too. This next wall jump is in airbase. You jump on this air vent, slide, and then wall jump off the wall to land on the other platform near the other door. Now, there are some areas where this will be useful. For example, if there's a player on the other side and they're trying to run away, they're about to go inside the building, instead of jumping down and then climbing back up, you can save time by just sliding and jumping off the wall and getting inside. It saves so much time. So this one's very useful as well, and it's just really cool to do. Next, we have this World's Edge road jump. I've noticed a lot of times I want to jump on this road, this highway. Maybe there's a loot up there, there's a player up there that's really low, and it's just a bit awkward. You can't really get to there very easily except for going around. However, you can if you climb to the top of this car park building or construction site or whatever it is, and you slide off this plank. You land on this Marvin platform, you then climb up the pole and on to the road. Now, if you're already on the ground floor, you can just climb up the fence first and then on the Marvin sign and do it from that way. But it's a little bit more flashy doing it straight from the construction site building. So yeah, this one's pretty useful, but it is a bit harder to time right. You need to make sure you're not jumping too far or too little. And in the middle of battle, it can be a bit dangerous, but it's definitely worth knowing. Next, we have this little grapple trick or zipline trick I like to do in Mirage Voyage. Now, a lot of times people will try to escape down to the buildings below. Maybe they're trying to get a res off or find some healing items to heal up. If you want to get down there quick, the best thing you can do is attach onto the zipline and then quickly jump, and it will boost you forwards. Then you can go onto the zipline below, get to the area, and jobs are good and you'll be able to track them down as quickly as possible. Next, we have this box climb in Sorting Factory, and there's another building on the other side of the map as well with the same box layout. You just climb up the boxes and then up the wall and you jump onto the TV. Now, the final jump is a little hard. You have to get to the apex of your climb. Pun not intended, and then rotate your aim around and you can climb on the platform and then get onto the top of the roof. There are multiple different ways to do this, but this is the most successful, and once you've practiced it, you'll be able to do it every time. Next, we have this jump in this building. Now, if you want to get to the building below, there's a fight there and you don't want to go all the way around, you can just go onto this window on the middle floor, slide, and you can land straight into that room. It's a really useful one to get into the fight really quickly. I've been using it a lot and it's just so fun. It does take a little bit of practice because you need to kind of slide away from the direction you're actually meant to be facing and then turn in the air towards the other building. But with some practice, you can get it done right. Next, we have, this is sort of just all over Lava Fissure. Of course, there's two platforms, right? And both of these platforms are kind of a bit tricky to get around. You need to go down the stairs, and a lot of times that's just not good enough. Now, if you want to get to the other floor quickly, you just drop down and rotate your aim so that you can land on the floor below. It's a little scary because of the lava below your feet, but trust me, with some practice, you can get this perfected. It doesn't take too much effort. I'd say when Lava Fissure is quiet, just practice getting the motions of jumping off the edge and rotating your aim inwards to land on the floor below. And the great thing is you can do it the other way around as well. You can jump up and climb on the walls all the way around Lava Fissure to climb up onto the other platform. I've been able to do this so many times and catch people off guard. It's a really useful one, so you're definitely going to want to try this one and practice and master it. Next, we have sort of a Watson bunker wall jump. Now, this can be used anywhere where there is a wall next to a Watson Watson fence. Essentially, the fence isn't tall enough to catch you if you wall jump over it perfectly, which means all you need to do to get past a fence instead of breaking it and making noise is just get a good well-timed jump, and you'll jump straight over it, and it's so satisfying. It's really cool to do. Your teammates are going to be like, what just happened? It's really good. You're definitely going to want to learn this one. It's very simple if you know the basics of wall jumping, and once again, this can be done next to any wall if there's a Watson fence next to it. Now, this is another little one. I wouldn't really call this a movement tip, I suppose, but it's definitely worth learning. You can do a quick drop at the pit if you hit the rock, and it will bounce you off, and then you can land onto the ground much faster than just skydiving all of the way to the bottom. I've definitely learnt this one now. It took a bit of practice to get it right because you need to bounce off and then control your player mid-air so you don't hit any of the areas on the top. But when you land down, you can get into the center, get that high level armor, and win your fights there. Finally, we have this Zipline airship trick. Now, if you want to get onto the top floor of the airship or the supply ship, what you need to do is attach onto the zipline. As soon as you do, jump again and you get boosted really high into the air and you can get on top of the next floor. A really great way to catch people by surprise, especially if they're trying to guard the other entrances where the ladders are. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found these movement tips worth learning, and yeah, they're definitely worth trying out. They can be a lot of fun. They're really some kind of showy tricks that you're going to want to try and put into game when you're feeling like doing something a bit flashy. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio! Thank you so much for watching. If you want more content, I am currently doing a sort of Apex training series in my members area, so it's just $2.99 a month to join, and I'll be adding new videos every week, and you can talk with me and ask me what videos or tips you want me to create, and I'll make videos specially created for the members. So yeah, definitely sign up for that.